Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's have a look at this Honor Band 5. And I have been actually using it for almost 1 week now, so I'll give you my opinion. What do I feel about this one? And this actually sells in India for about 2,600 rupees, and it's available via Flipkart. I'll leave the link in the description below for your reference. So let's quickly have a look at this one. And this is the box, and you also need a smartphone because, again, like all fitness bands, you have a companion app where you do all the tracking. All the information gets stored over there. So anyways, this is the box, and inside this box you get this band itself. We look at it, and also this dock. This actually is required to charge it. You place it like this in the dock and you can just charge it. And let's look at this band itself first because it's interesting. Then I'll show you the app and all the stats and how it fares. In fact, I would say I'm happy regarding the performance of this band, but let's look at it. And as you can see, this is the band itself, and it's pretty slim, and I like the fact that it's having a OLED screen. In fact, it's a 240 by 120 pixel AMOLED screen, and it's a touch screen. As you can see, you can scroll like this and you get to all the options. But before that, let's look at the back also. And you also have an optical heart rate sensor on this one, so it tracks, and this is actually water resistant. You can in fact even go swimming with this band according to Honor's website. And again, I did splash water on this and wore it and washed my hands and stuff like that, and nothing happened. So it is water resistant. Now if you look at the band, this actually is attached, and I like this what do you say, it's sort of rubberish band, and it's actually very comfortable. Also in terms of weight, the weight of the band is very less. It's just 22.7 grams if I recall. Hence it's very light and you don't even notice it's there. And hence I even used this for sleep tracking, and you have all those options. I'll show you that. But first let me give you an overview. And this is, as I've told you, this is the you can change the watch screen. This is the default one that you get. And this also, you notice the small area, and if you tap it, always it goes back to the home screen, but the entire portion is a touch screen. As you can see, first option is for your daily walk and stuff, and if you tap, it gives you an idea about all the stats it's showing over here. And to go back, you swipe like this, or you can go back here in this menu. We don't have a lot of sub menus, but if you have, I'll show you. And next let's just go back to the home. I'll go and move to the heart rate center. Again, I'll have to wear it, but I'll show you some of the stats on the smartphone, and it just goes back again. And if you tap, this shows you how much sleep I've done today. It's about 8 hours, and these are the workout options. You have the outdoor run, indoor run, and indoor cycling, rower, and even, as I've told you, swimming, because this is water resistant. And you can tap on this, for example, if you want to track your run and something like that, and let's say outdoor walk you're doing, you can tap and you can set a target and do all this thing. And if you swipe like this, it goes back to the previous screen, as you can see. So that is actually nice. And let's just go down further, and these are the settings that you have. And if you go over here, you can set the timer, stopwatch, and you can also change the watch faces. You don't have an app store or something, but there are a couple of watch faces that you can change from this one. For example, you can again, let me just go back, and you have the brightness option. It also shows you the battery and updates. It's about 68% battery life. I'll talk about the battery life also. And for the watch faces, as you can see, you can just scroll like this to change between the watch faces. There are a couple of watch faces on this, and according to Honor, it says that they might add new watch faces with future firmware updates. But anyways, let's look at it. So these are some of the watch faces that you have. This one is also nice. And let's say you want to make this, you just tap it and you can just set it. And let's just go back again. If you want to go like this, you can go here. Let me just go back to the default, show you all the watch faces that it has. As you can see, these are some of the watch faces that we have. It's very easy to operate. It's very intuitive, I would say. And again, if you go down, let me just show you. If I go to the settings like this, and apart from those, you can also get your messages, like whatever you want, your SMS messages, etc., or even your emails on the watch. If you want, it displays it. I won't get into details. As you can see, I've got some what do you say, Amazon.in, whatever order. This is the email that I got. So like, as you can see, you can get to those. But now let's look at the companion app, which is actually really important, and you get all the stats, everything from the watch on this one. And this connects over Bluetooth. So in terms of battery life, Honor claims on their website about 14 hours of battery life. Let me open the app. But again, if you enable all the things, for example, during my testing period, I enable every feature on the band. For example, real-time heart tracking, sleep tracking, etc. And in the app it says that if you enable these features, the battery life will fall down. And in that scenario, I got about 7ish days of battery life. But again, if you don't enable those options, you should get close to about the claimed about 13 to 14 days. Anyways, this is the screen that you will see, and on the top of the first screen it shows you how much you have walked per day, and the bottom gives you an history how you have walked earlier and stuff, and also the heart rate and stuff is shown over here. If you click on it, as you can see, it shows over here. And this is continuous heart tracking, what I had enabled earlier, so it keeps tracking your heart rate throughout the day, so you get an idea. And you can just scroll like this, as you can see, to get a reading what you want. But if you click over here, this is the actual interface from where you can set the options what you want. For example, as I've told you, I have also enabled sleep tracking, and by default it will be switched off, and if you enable this, it warns you that the battery life might go. But I wanted to track the sleep, and it did track, in fact, the sleep, and also the continuous heart rate monitor, as you can see, I have enabled it. This is also disabled by default. And you can also set do not disturb options, what notifications you want to see on the watch over here. If you click here are the apps from which I want the notifications to be there, for example, SMS messages, etc. But I had also enabled Gmail, but I was getting too many notifications. So you can control what type of notifications you want. For example, if you just want your WhatsApp messages to be displayed. But again, guys, you can just view stuff from this. You can't reply or do anything, but you can definitely view. Also for calls, whenever a call comes, it shows on the screen, and you can actually cut the call. You obviously can't take a call, but you can reject the call directly from the band. And again, these are some of the other options that we have. I've enabled this race to wake screen, and this, when it's on your wrist, if you do like this, it always works. So that is actually implemented very well on this watch. Also, I had got one firmware update, and guys, when the firmware update is there, you have to be patient. It takes almost about 10 to 15 minutes, and I did apply that update. And so this is the main interface that you get. For example, if you go to sleep tracking, it gives you an idea about your deep sleep, light sleep, and it also gives you a score over here, and in fact detailed analysis. For example, it says my light sleep was high and stuff. And also one thing I noticed is that I did deliberately test this one. I took a nap in the afternoon for about half an hour, and the band did track that also. So that is also actually a nice feature on this. And some of the bands do not track naps if you take in the afternoon or something. This one does that. And again, it gives you detailed analysis, for example, last week's analysis and a total month's analysis, how you're sleeping. So the app is really good. As you can see, it gives you a complete idea about what is happening, and this is for the sleep tracking. The same thing is for your walking, how much you have walked, and if you're running, etc. It will show you. I didn't run, but as you can see, it showed the walking. So for example, on 17th I walked about 10,000 steps on something. Sunday was a lazy day, so just about 6,000 or something. So it does that. In terms of tracking, I like it, and I also like the app. The app is actually really good, and this sells in India for about 2,600 rupees, as I've told you, via Flipkart. I'll leave the link in the description area. And considering the price point and the features offered, the screen quality is actually really good. It's color screen. I feel this is actually a pretty good band. Anyways, guys, that's it for now for this video. And if you guys are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.